So I've measured the absorbance of my first sample, my most concentrated sample in my line of best fit. Now what I'm going to do is clean out my cuvette, and I'm going to measure the absorbance of my unknown sample. So what I will do is I will get 900 microliters of my Bradford reagent and add it to my cuvette. The same cuvette that I used for my first trials, but I cleaned it out. I cleaned it out with water and ethanol. The last thing that I added was water, and I rinsed that 3 times. So I did ethanol, and then 3 filled volumes of water, empty, empty, empty. Now I'm gonna do the same thing where I line up my arrow with the arrow on the device, and I'm gonna press read blank. I like the way that the Biorad works in that it's not constantly reading. The Smart Spec, not the Smart Spec Plus, but the LabQuest, it's constantly reading, it's actively reading. You can stop that obviously, but I like the way that I like the interface of this. So I have blanked my spectrophotometer. My reason for doing that is because there could be a very, very small droplet of water that was in my cuvette when I added my Bradford reagent, in which case the volume is going to be a little bit distorted. So I like to blank each time. Is that going to throw my results off dramatically if I don't? Probably not, but I like to do it nonetheless. I have now my unknown protein sample. My unknown protein sample I'm not going to be using very often, but for this, I'm going to use it. I'm going to get my 100 microliters of that unknown and add it to my cuvette. And it might be tough to tell, but from my vantage point, this solution is not nearly as blue as with my known sample, or it does not look that way. Okay, so now I have my absorbance of 0.506. I took about the exact same amount of time to go from measuring, or for measurement of my known as I did for my unknown. With a absorbance of 0.506, what can I say about that at this point in time? Or what can I say about my unknown? I could say that my unknown with an absorbance of 0.506 has a concentration probably pretty close to that of my known. My known concentration, or my known sample's concentration, was 10 micrograms per microliter. So I got 0.506, therefore I'm really close to that 0.519. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to, or what I strongly recommend that you do, is do another trial with your known sample. With that known sample, you'd measure something like 9 micrograms per microliter. Get the absorbance of that. And basically plot out, if you have, basically fine-tune what you know the concentration of your unknown to be. At this point in time, it's very close to 10 micrograms per microliter. The more data that I collect, the more accurate I'm going to get with that kind of calculation and that prediction. And in the next video, I'll give you a little bit of a demonstration of what that data is going to look like. All right, well, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.